All right, guys, so this is part 2 of what happened with the very next drop off from the same restaurant. Another restaurant that I really can't mess with either. Okay, why am I in this location? Because I don't go to the city until the early morning hours. That's why. I refuse to go to the city. Is dangerous, and it's full of criminals. We are not living in a time where you say, "Oh, I'll just wing it. Nothing will happen to me. I'll just mind my business." No, not in this type of situation. Okay, so part 2, you guys see in the thumbnail. Here go the sorries. Remember I told y'all about these people who say sorries and thank you, and how anybody that say sorry and thank you to me that don't know me, it's like I'll send them to the guilt, cut his head off. Anybody that say sorry or thank you to me and don't even know me as an individual, send them to the guillotines. Chop his head off. Already, I know this person is trying to screw with me. Sorry, I forgot to leave at door. You can leave it and go. So the customer, you know what the customer did? When I received this particular text message, I actually put the food in front of the door, but I stayed in my car and waited there. You know what the customer wanted me to do? Wanted me to get out of my car and drive off. As long as the app shows that my car is still there, even though the customer said to leave it in the notes, if I drive that car off, he gets the food for free and I get in trouble. So the timer starts, and here's what I did. I wanted to see if the customer actually came out and grabbed the food. After I said, okay, waiting for it. Guess what? He never came out. He knew I was there. He was waiting for me to leave, because they don't want, the guys, they're so pathetic. They don't even want to show their pathetic, miserable self. That's how pathetic they are. Don't want you to spot them, because if you spot them out, well, which is kind of stupid anyway. I mean, you putting whoever in the house at jeopardy too. What if I decide to burn the whole house down? maybe everybody's a cockroach just like you. See, the problem is, guys, is that these people are not taking into consideration that these are our jobs. They're not taking into, I could have wife, children I'm taking care of. They don't care. They don't take that in consideration. All they're thinking about is themselves. So now I'm basically like a police officer and a gig driver, guys. So what I did, I had to call now. I drop off food. I got to call the gig. I got to call Gig Black when I drop off food now, to let them know that this situation has happened with this particular person. I made the lady look up there. I said, do you see the text message where he says, sorry, leave it at the door? She saw it. I said, see? Now, if I don't call you and I actually follow those instructions, guess who gets in trouble? And guess who gets the food for free? And I be telling Gig Black, you guys like giving food for free, don't y'all? I mean, guys, I wanted to do a live phone call, but I don't feel like doing that. Y'all already know. I come off hardcore. I don't be talking to these people like, I talk to them like I'm really pissed off, which I am, because they don't want to get this thing straightened out. So the lady said, go ahead and listen to the customer, and I let her know that, look, I've been here 5 minutes after I got this message. Why the person ain't driving off? Because they knows my car is still in front of the house, and they don't want me to spot their face out, because they about to commit steal the food. They need to start doing this as misdemeanors, man. I mean, if you steal food out of a McDowell's, that's a misdemeanor. If you get called, that's a misdemeanor. It should be the same for the gig apps. Why is not the same for the gig apps? See? But that's what I had to do. I had to call them, the Gig Black. I got to call them just to drop off the food to these cockroaches and let them know what the customer's doing. And sometimes I got to go get on a third-party line. One guy, the last video, I forgot to tell y'all, he asked me, did I call the customer about the situation? I said, sir, are you out of your mind? This is how I talk to him. Do you think me calling them is going to save my ass when you guys give me a strike because the customer calls you and say that as long as I leave this location, There is nothing to talk about. What do you mean? Why would I talk to thieves on the phone? What is that going to do? The people who you talk to on the phone don't even know how depraved these individuals is, guys, until I tell them about it. But again, I'm about to get out of here, guys. This is what is going on now in certain parts of Chicago. Not all parts, just certain parts of Chicago. Everybody's stealing food. And I actually got to call the support team just to drop off some food so I won't get in trouble. Absolutely pathetic, y'all.